Guy pretends to speak another language, gets caught instantly. Jordan had always been the type of person who enjoyed attention. In school, he was the class clown. At work, he loved to tell exaggerated stories. Online, he often boasted about skills he barely had. His latest idea was to convince people that he was multilingual. The truth was simple. Jordan spoke only his native language. He had tried to learn others, but he never stuck with them for more than a few weeks. Still, he liked the way people admired those who could switch effortlessly between tongues. It made them seem intelligent, worldly, and impressive. So one day, Jordan decided he would fake it. At a dinner party with colleagues, the topic of travel came up. Someone mentioned a trip to Europe, and another bragged about taking language lessons. Jordan seized the moment. He leaned back in his chair and said casually, "Oh yes, I speak several languages myself." The table turned toward him with curiosity. Really asked his manager, "Which ones?" Jordan's heart raced, but he forced a confident smile. "French and Spanish," he declared, adding, "and a little Italian." He had no plan beyond those words, but the impressed nods filled him with pride. For a while, no one questioned him. He felt like he had pulled it off. But then his colleague Maria, who was half Spanish, lit up with excitement. "That is amazing. I never knew you spoke Spanish. Let us practice a little." Before Jordan could protest, Maria fired off a rapid string of Spanish sentences, asking him where he had learned it and if he had ever been to Spain. The entire table went silent, waiting for his reply. Jordan froze. His mind went blank. The only Spanish he remembered came from a phrasebook he once glanced at years ago. He stammered, "Gracias. Taco muy bien." Maria blinked. The table erupted in laughter. "Did you just thank me and then say taco?" she asked, tears of amusement forming in her eyes. Jordan's face turned crimson. He tried to recover, claiming he had misunderstood, but the damage was done. "Come on, say a full sentence," another colleague challenged, grinning. Jordan mumbled nonsense sounds that vaguely resembled French syllables. It only made everyone laugh harder. Word of his blunder spread around the office within hours. By the next morning, people were greeting him in different languages just to see how he would respond. Someone called out, "Bonjour," and Jordan panicked, tripping over the same 3 words he knew. Another shouted, "Hola, duh," and he froze again, mumbling something that sounded like... He could not escape the joke. Even his manager teased him in meetings, saying, "Perhaps our multilingual expert can translate this," before chuckling with the rest of the team. At first, Jordan was mortified. He wanted to hide under his desk and never speak again. But after the sting wore off, he began to laugh at himself. He admitted to his colleagues that he had lied, hoping to sound impressive. Instead, he became the punchline of the month. Surprisingly, the humiliation had a positive effect. Jordan decided he was tired of pretending. If people admired those who spoke multiple languages, then he would truly earn that admiration. He enrolled in a beginner Spanish class at the local community center. At first, the lessons were difficult, and he struggled with pronunciation. But unlike before, he stuck with it. Months later, Jordan surprised his colleagues again, this time for real. At lunch, Maria tested him with a simple question in Spanish. Instead of panicking, Jordan answered smoothly with a full sentence. The table applauded. "So you actually learned this time," Maria said with a smile. Jordan grinned. "Yes," he replied. "And I did not even need to mention tacos." The memory of his failed attempt never disappeared, but it became a funny story he shared willingly. People still teased him, but now they also respected him for turning embarrassment into motivation. He had learned an important lesson. Pretending might win applause for a moment, but honesty and effort create results that last. And from that day on, whenever someone asked if he spoke another language, Jordan could finally answer with pride without fear of getting caught instantly.